Ooh, big old Smork mount. We got Beer Walker. I like that. Beer Walker. Up next, we got Doobledool. We also got Lyaserian and Sneakyxo team agility. Versus, we got Devs, we got Cat, we got Luddy, we got Obliv playing himself some Arcane Mage or Fire Mage actually. And then we also got Shadowstepit, Arcane Mage. Oh, Obliv is gonna go for a double graded Pyro Blast onto Brew Walker. Brew Walker is gonna go for a big defensive right now. It's gonna be a big combustion coming down on Obliv right now with a necrotic Maledict coming in. Beer Walker is just gonna bail out of there, vivify himself and try to recover from a little bit of the damage they're gonna put up. But the Fire Mage does get interrupted on his cast, locking down the Mage in the Fist of Fury to follow. Does silence someone to fire. Polymer trying to come out. That's gonna be walking in for Beer Walker. Breath coming down as he gets images up and running. Ring of Frost trying to come out. Not gonna happen. Ring of Peace is gonna boop him out of there. Beer Walker is gonna go back to back. Vivifies while Wall is up and running. Saving that karma for the perfect opportunity. Trying to get a touch of death with Obliv. Obliv is going to be out in a bad situation. Trying to land a polymorph onto the monk. This he landed. Does land it. Going to go for regenerating, but not before the dots. Going to do some damage. Touch of death does do a bit of work. It's going to be trinket out of Beer Walker as he didn't want to get hit with a Greater Pyro. Fist of Fury, but he got locked out with a Ring of Frost into Freeze. That's going to be a Greater Pyro Blast by Obliv. It's going to do a lot of damage to Beer Walker. That's going to be a massive amount of damage. Get himself a bunch of procs. Trinket coming out as he gets himself a pre-temporal rolling meteor. Trying to come out, and Beer Walker is going to bail out of there. Obliv is probably going to go for some food right now, trying to recover. No trinket available for quite a bit, but he's just going to go for a reset. Beer Walker also can go for a reset, but he said, you know what? I need to walk up. It's going to be Invis coming out of the Mage. Dust hit him with a bit of AoE. Breath coming out into another polymorph. Full polymorph coming out. It's going to be Greater Pyro Blast coming out right now for Obliv. Could he go maybe for double Pyro? Not going to be able to get the double. Oh no, he's going to blink away. Does land it. It does fly. It's midair. Then Greater Pyro is making its way over to Beer Walker. Smacks him right in the face. And it looks like he did heal himself through that for a good amount of time. Does Dragon Kick to Obliv though, trying to catch up. Fist of Fury locking him down. Zwang to spawn double. It's going to be a fair amount of damage. Obliv is trying to get himself another Greater Pyro. It's going to be Temporal up and running right now. Massive heal coming in off of this. Is there Beer Walker with maybe with a Maledict? Could have at least cleared a little bit of that heal. Not going to be a Ring of Peace coming down for a Ring of Frost coming down. Obliv is trying to get himself a polymorph onto Beer Walker. Trying to walk him into Ring of Frost. Does he walk in? Can port if he needs to. Ring of Peace to boop him into an in-cap. Trying to wait out the Ring of Frost. Obliv is going to go for a big combustion right now. Big defensive coming in for Beer Walker with dampened magic, I think. Into Fist of Fury down, locking down onto Obliv, trying to go for some image damage with a wall. Has karma if he needs to. Might want to burn karma. Doesn't want to burn karma. Vivifies it coming out as Mastery's about to blaze through his health. Lives him by the skin of his teeth. Rolling in, smacking that karma onto Obliv. Smack dab that karma. And trying to see if he can get some offensive damage. That's going to be temporal for Obliv right now. Does get a freeze into Beer Walker. It's going to be targeted. Fist of Fury coming down. Obliv is going to be able to blink away. Scorch is coming out. Maybe he can get a big breath coming out. Does get a breath up and running. Scorch is still trying to come out. Interrupted. Ice block coming out right now. Doesn't have a lot of health. Beer Walker just healing. Gets to his face. It's going to be in-cap. Touch of death coming out into Obliv. Can he do anything right now? He can do some damage in. It's going to be a big Colorize come down. And we can try to get some Scorch tricks available. Onto Beer Walker. Sends in a Pyroblast at him. Meteor around the corner. It's Beer Walker aid the meteor damage. No, not quite. Obliv is going to back up a bit. Ring of Frost trying to come out. Breath coming in. Oh, that's going to be a big kick. Beer Walker taking him out. Next up is going to be Katrien. Beer Walker doesn't have anything right now for defensive. Trying to get the images up and running. Maybe Fist of Fury to follow. That's going to be a big port. Katrien is going to big leap into trying to interrupt Beer Walker. Charge comes in. Executes him right now. Smack dab was up next. Next person go. Next person right now. Go, 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 go. Oh my god. Oh, so much momentum. That's going to be a big reset for Cat. I don't think they had an idea who's going to go first or next. Looks like it's going to be Sneakyxo opening up with a big old kidney onto Katrien. Does get him some poison bomb proc to follow. Katrien is going to have to fight this rogue for quite a bit of while. Does Katrien roll his signature double charge build? Looks like he is. Tries to reflect onto Sneakyxo. That's going to be a big old Maledict smacking him dab back. Not a lot of healing available for Sneaky. Has a big vendetta into Katrien, so Katrien can live through the big damage. That's going to be a short restyle by Sneaky. Does get a Garrote into Cat. Cat is going to get a charge onto this rogue. No dampening quite yet. Kidney shot coming down into Cat. He's not going to trick it out of it. Looks like going to wait it out a bit. Mark for that's available. Big poison proc available. That's going to be a slow onto Sneaky. This Katrien can leap on top of him. No, Sneaky does get to sneak away, man. Just gets to slowly sneak out of there. Katrien Fairly low in health. Has himself huge enrage regen ready. Sneakyxo does have evasion. So Katrien doesn't have the big stun to lock Sneakyxo down. Has the fear maybe. Deep shot coming out as Sneaky is trying to get his damage set up and ready to go. Toxic Blade coming out and everything. Trying to see if he can burn through some of Katrien's health. Evasion coming out really soon. Katrien has himself huge heal. War Stomp coming out. Tricky coming out for Sneakyxo. Katrien does get a fear after that charge. Massive heal coming in off the fear. Very well played. Trying to get some flow onto Sneakyxo. Continue to truck damage along. Sneakyxo doesn't have a lot of defensive cooldowns left. Vendetta coming up in about 40 seconds. Big charge leap coming out for Cat. Trying to take it slowed down by Sneakyxo. Needs to make sure those Bloodthirsts are there and making a play so the Bloodthirsts are letting him move around. Needs to be ahead of Sneaky. Trying to get him close to the execute range. Blind coming out. Katrien chicken side of his Sneaky. Could he go for maybe a kidney shot? Let's get a concoction roll and cleave. Executed down. Next up with Lyaserian up next. That's going to be a big reflect by Katrien. No Hodge coming out for Lyaserian. Let's get a Hodge following down. Big wings coming down. Trying to see if he can slam through Katrien right now. Big dam coming in. Katrien is just going to grow huge and get some massive heals rolling off this, but the pally damage, he just cleaving right through his armor and down he goes. Lyaserian takes him out. Who's up next? What's up next, boys? It looks like it's going to be Shadowstepit up next, playing some Outlaw. Is he going to make the play? Let's get a restart. Lyaserian, I guess, just waiting out on him. He's like, alright, Rogue. Do your thing. I'm ready. I'm prepared. Gonna get myself a heal rolling, maybe cheap shot coming out by Shadowstepit. Gonna get himself a reroll going. Full stun coming out. Gets himself a full stun lock wombo combo. That's gonna be a Maledict with a killing spree onto Lyaserian. As he's gonna bail behind the side of the pillar. Sprint coming out for the Rogue. That's gonna be a big pony up for Lyaserian. Does try to get a slow up and running onto Shadowstepit with a hand of freedom to follow. Does get himself flashlight interrupted onto the flashlight with a grappling hook. Very well played for Shadowstepit. Has himself huge adrenaline trolling. That's gonna be a Shield of Vengeance and 1 minute wings up and running right now. It's going to be a Trinket out of Shadowstepit. Trinket out of Lyaserian though. But Shadowstepit is trying to get that shield to pop away from him. Flashlights coming out for Lyaserian. Is going to be able to get his shield pop though. Get himself an Executor settles onto Shadowstepit. Can Lyaserian follow that up with some more big damage? Doesn't look like he will be able to. And that's going to be a disarmament to Lyaserian, but he's not going to commit for damage. Just want to kind of run by Shadowstepit. Stun coming down. Is going to maybe have a disarm for just a quick second. Not even half a second. Lyaserian's out there, exposed. Bubble and Bop ready. No, Bubble and Bop ready. No Shield of Vengeance for quite a bit of time, though. That's another grapple hook kick coming in for Shadowstepit. As Lyaserian just needs to be aware of the range that this rogue has, the mobility that he has. That's going to be a big old bubble coming down for Lyaserian. Shadowstepit's just trying to bail out of there. Does have a parry up and running against Lyaserian. That's going to be a bubble down. 4 Barons up. Lyaserian trying to get a flash of lights in there. Trying to slow this rogue. Trying to control him. It's going to be killing speed to catch up to the Paladin for a bit. Hodge coming down. No Trinket available. Big wings coming out for Lyaserian. Does he have the big damage? Execution sentence. Stun coming on to Lyaserian. 4 Barons still up and running. Does he have a Bop available very soon? That's going to be safe Trinket to follow. Shadowstepit get hit with a Maledict. It's going to be disarmed onto Lyaserian. Could get Bop out of this right now. If he's in a bad situation, trying to see if he can get himself a heal. Stun coming down. Maybe a Maledict for Shadowstepit if he has a Mally. Maybe they'll hit Lyaserian hard enough. That's going to be a big old reset by Shadowstepit. Lyaserian does get himself full flash of lights. 80% dampener, boys. We still have a fair amount of people to get through in these duels. Still 3 people on each team. That's going to be a bit of healing for Lyaserian. Maledict coming out a little bit early. Stun coming in. Lyaserian taking quite a bit of damage, though. Hodge coming down onto Shadowstepit. Trying to see if he can force the Trinket out of the rogue. Not going to happen, though. Shadowstepit is going to have a Trinket available for the next one. Lyaserian got himself a few flash of lights. Shadowstepit looking like he's going to be able to get himself a reset. Cheap shot coming out. Shortest cheap shot ever. Needs to get a slow onto Lyaserian off the bat, though, so he doesn't let the Paladin go anywhere. Does grapple hook around. Lyaserian did force-side grapple right now. If he wants to go for some heals, he could. It's going to be Shield of Vengeance up and running. Shadowstepit, does he have no defenses for this? Doesn't have a defensive. All he can really do is pistol shot this. That's going to be wings up and running for Lyaserian. Execute status to follow out to Shadowstepit. Does get a blind chicken side of it immediately. Shadowstepit is going to get a gouge on this. Needs to get himself advantage. Does have advantage if he needs to go for it. Stun coming on to Lyaserian. Has a killing speed if he really needs to go for it. Has advantage to back up if he needs to. Massive heal came out for Shadowstepit. That's going to be a Hodge off of the killing speed, which is perfect for Lyaserian. Going to hand of freedom his way out of there. Try to bail away from the rogue. Shadowstepit still in the rush. Still chasing. Parry up and running. Does get a grapple hook in there. Lyaserian doesn't get to finish his cast. Is going to use a second set of pony up in order to get the hell away from this rogue. Cheap shot opener coming out. Give himself a decent buff roll for damage and self heals. Stun coming out. Lyaserian is out of all options and does go down. Shadowstepit, who's it going up next? Versus Doobledool. That's going to be Outlaw versus Sass. Doobledool is going to have a massive advantage here. No Trinket available for Shadowstepit. Is that a big Vendetta? That is massive Vendetta damage out of Doobledool. Parry coming out for Shadowstepit off the bat. Wants to make that parry into an offensive parry, really. No. Crimson Tail coming out. Just playing defensive. Able to get some auto attacks through the wall onto Doobie, which is pretty good for him. Able to get some damage. Actually did a fair amount of damage with those auto attacks, really. Just running away. Doobie doesn't have the same reach. I guess it's Outlaw and a few other classes that have that reach. Kind of weird. The Doobie is gonna go long distance trying to get those throw knives in there. Get a shot coming down onto Shadowstepit. No trinket available. Trying to burn as much damage as he can, but Shadowstepit did give himself a pre-concoction for this. Trying to see if he can force a trinket out of Doobie with a stun. Not gonna happen. Mallet hit Doobie. Maybe Shadowstepit could do something of this. Gouge coming out. Trinket for Doobie though. Does Shadowstepit? No! He actually went down to the Dons, but that's gonna be a trinket out of Doobie though. Devus is up next, playing some elemental shaboy. Can you go for some big damage off of the rogue? Doobie has Cloak of Shadows, Evasion, Vanish available. Vendetta coming up in about a minute. That's going to be an opener onto Devus with a full stun. It's going to be knockback coming in. And Rogue is gonna want to try to run away, but no chicken available. Light Lesson is going to shred through him. Make sure to get a dot up and running. Get a concoctions rolling early. 37% dampening is going to be necessary for Doobie. Does get some auto attacks onto the shaboy from the wall. Not sure if that should happen, but it does happen for some reason. That's gonna be Devus. Does get a drop in the Capacitorum. Does get a stun to him. Georgetown coming on to Devus though. Doobie is gonna bail out of there. That's gonna be a big old meatball getting fed from the side. Shadowstepit to interrupt Devus on health. Shadowstepit to interrupt him on healing. Interesting play. It's gonna be a Primal Earth Elemental coming in from one side. Vanish coming in for Doobie. Gets a good road opener onto Devus. Devus could go for a big setup. Wall coming right now. That's going to be kidney shot. That's going to be getting knocked into actually the eye. 5% more damage taken from the shaman. If Devus could wait out for the next DR within his stun with Lightning Last, so he can actually go for some big damage. But he's actually going to go for some big healing right now while away from the rogue. Trying to see if he can like, line him on one side or the other around the angle. The pet over there is going to keep the rogue busy for a bit. Get a shot coming down to Devus as Shadowstepit is trying, or Doobie trying to make sure that he has a setup every single time he has a kidney shot. That's going to be full Lightning Last though. Blind coming down to Devus. He trickens out of it. Doobie does get a Cloak of Shadows up and running. Does he have enough damage to take out the shaman? Cloak of Shadows wearing down. That's going to be Maledict to smack him right in the face. Maledict just to snuff him out just with a little bit of light and glimmer. Evidence is up next versus Devus. Big knockback coming in. Shadowstep coming out for Evidence. Versus Devus. Shadow cheap shot coming down as he gets stunned though, so that's both of them getting stunned up. Evidence continuing to maintain the dot rolling onto Devus, and it's going to get himself a port. That's going to be a big old kick coming out onto Devus. No cast available for a while. Evidence trying to take him out. A little bit of damage. That's going to like the last at the very end. Not going to happen. Evidence bails out of there. Next time is going to be Liddy trying to see if he can finish off this rogue right now. Has full cooldowns up and running. Big Infernal coming in with a Cloak of Shadows coming in for Evidence as the Chaos Bolt launches with a Vanish to follow as well. Just going to wait out the cooldowns from Liddy. Liddy might as well go pick up eyes, man. Might as well go snag eyes because Evidence is not going to want to touch you until that Infernal is gone, man. He's going to only take you up as soon as your man, the big boy, is gone. And as soon as Infernal goes down, this is where Evidence is going to try to make a play. Getting rooted out in the open with a pet CC to follow. Perfect position for Liddy to be in. Gets a bit of range. Going to get a Cataclysm. No tricky coming up for Evidence. Trying to interrupt Liddy. Fear coming out. Kicks it. That's going to be free cast Simulate, but that's going to be cheap shots out of the rogue. Not going to give Liddy free cast at all. Necrotic Mallet coming down onto Liddy. That's going to be a horror effect and a big old Chaos Bolt onto Evidence with the... Oh my god. He's still using a trinket just to get the damage out. That's nuts. That trinket, dude. I swear to god. Just channel some water spells on the enemy. That's funny. Evidence about less than half health, getting rooted out. Every time Liddy gets a global on him, that's a lot of damage. Blind forcing out a trinket out of Liddy. And Evidence still looking to get a full reset right now. Played with that Shadow Dance a little bit defensively more than anything, but still just trying to wait it out a bit. Just trying to wait it out. Is he gonna go for the same thing? Does he the pet? Does he the pet? No, not going to be allowed to get a pet CC. Fear coming out into Evidence. Does get Fear path in a proper direction into light of sight. Immolate still coming out for Liddy. Still building up for Chaos Bolts right now. Going to go for Incinerates rather than big Chaos Bolts. Chaos Bolt coming out right now as he gets hit with a Matic. Evidence health is not looking that good. Just getting smacked around with damage left and right. And that's going to be pet CC to follow. Wall coming out for Liddy. Tricky coming out for Evidence. Has a Cloak of Shadows available if he needs to. Evasion coming up right now. Trying to lift it up pet. Let's use the Cloak of Shadows right now. Shadow Fury trying to stun him. Does use it. Chaos Bolt trying to come out for Liddy. Evidence is going to go for another Vanish. I don't think there's anything Evidence can do. That's way too much armor for Liddy. Nothing his Subtlety Rogue can do, I say at least. That's going to be another setup. He's getting picked up on Liddy. Could just send in the pet at ADDONS. Does he see him? He does see him. Taps to in. Could dismount and send the pet at him. That's one advantage that Luddy has. Could dismount and send the pet at him. There we go. I think it does catch ADDONS. Here coming out. Smoke bomb coming in. The pet does run in there. That's going to be a stun on the pet though. Cheap shot coming on to Luddy. As ADDONS just trying to get some CC chains. I think he's used a duel. Shadowy duel, I think it was. Into Surging Waters off of that as a CC. Just drowned this rogue, man. Drowned this rogue. Oh my god. Another duel that lasted so long, boys. So long. I think we only got to do like 3 of these. Because they've been so goddamn long of duels, man. Alrighty, boys. Yeah, I got a 5 out of 5.